everyone, welcome back to the channel. And in this video, oh my god, my hair is all over the place. Well, what's left of my hair is all over the place. But anyway, in this video, as you can tell from the thumbnail and the title, we are going to be unboxing and taking a look at, and that is this Tandy CM-5 monitor. And well, actually, I hope it's in here. There is a monitor of some sort wrapped up in the foam, so I at least hope that it's actually the Tandy CM-5. But anyway, we're going to be unboxing this thing, taking a look at what's all in here, and then if all goes well and it looks okay, we're going to go plug it into my IBM 5170 and put it through some paces and see how it looks. So let's get started. Okay, so I do want to mention before we unbox this thing really quick, I'm actually shoving this video ahead of a lot of other projects that I have going on. As you can tell from this B-roll shot, my game room is an absolute mess, because I decided to take it upon myself to reorganize. Originally, it was just to clean the shelves from the dust, but it got to, I want to rewire and reorganize things, and it's, well, it's a mess. So it's a couple of projects I wanted to get recording. I really can't because this room's kind of torn apart at the moment. And that includes the updated game room tour for this year, and the computer room tour that I'm going to be doing, even though that room's a mess too, but that room's always going to be a mess because I just don't get enough time to do it. Anyway. Let's unbox this thing. Okay, and here it is, the Tandy CM-5. Specifically, this is catalog number 25-1023C. We even have a Radio Shack shipping label here. I'll take a better picture of this, but this is Radio Shack number 0603 from Radio Shack 900 Terminal Road of Fort Worth, Texas, to Radio Shack number 01-6008 of Valley West Mall, West Des Moines, Iowa. That's actually pretty local to me. All right, let's unbox it. Hey, this side up. Good. All right. So we do have something in here. Now, is it actually the right monitor? I have no idea. So let's just we'll see what's in here. Really carefully so I don't knock it off the desk here. Ooh, there's some stuff. You know, piece of foam. And the CM-5 owner's manual. That's actually really nice. We have power cable. Ooh, that's a good sign. I'm seeing a DB9 connector. Oh, I guess I would just look a little bit. There's the Tandy logo. So yeah, this is actually a Tandy monitor. I am actually really impressed that this thing was put back basically to as it was shipped. That's actually really, really nice. Oh my god, that is dirty. But, yeah, there it is, a Tandy CM-5. RGB color monitor CM-5. I believe this, flips down. There's V-hold, H-size, or V-size, H-center, contrast, brightness. But yeah, this thing is actually very, very dirty. I'll see if I can get some, well, you can kind of see a contrast here. But I'll get some B-roll shots of this. It's actually, you can actually see it's way dirtier in person than it is on camera. Okay, so before I go plug this in, or do anything with it, I do want to mention, you're probably wondering, well, wait, why am I trying the monitor out? Why am I not testing the external drive or the printer or, God, the Tandy 1000 itself? Well, the thing is that this is something I can just get out of the way. I can just plug this directly into my 5170 in place of the Amdek and power it up as it works. I can't test the printer. I can't test the external floppy drive until I test the Tandy 1000HX. So, and considering that it's an 80s computer, and even though Yeah, I've had some at least moderate luck with some 80s computers just working, at least with the, or at least needing a little bit of work to get working, but they eventually work in the end. I'm pretty well expecting it to not work, like I do with most of these. But yeah, this thing definitely needs cleaned up. It's definitely going to need some retrobriting. I'm not sure if I'm going to get to that this year, just because of the fact that the past like week, 2 weeks, it has been cloudy, overcast, and rainy. In fact, the weekend coming up is the only full sun weekend in our forecast for the past 2.5 weeks. So it's way too almost short notice for me to even try and get this thing torn apart, especially considering that, like I said, I'm also trying to get the game room reorganized and stuff. So let's just take this into the other room and swap it out for the Amdek and see how it works. Okay, and we have the Tandy put back together here and put on top of the IBM 5170. I say put back together. I took the back part of the shell off and took a look at the tube and the capacitor to make sure everything was good. Unfortunately, I don't have any footage of that because when I was in the middle of recording it, taking it apart, at some point the camera here died because I forgot to charge it from the last video I did. And because it died, it didn't save the video file, so I will take this thing back apart when I go to restore it, if it works anyway, because everything looks fine on the inside. So, yeah, there's no footage of that. But yeah, here it is set up here, and you can kind of see there's a stark difference here in terms of color, and this thing's actually very dirty, especially you can tell from all the close-up shots I did. Also, the tube here is a definitely more of a gray color, much like a lot of TVs were at the time, and most, from what I can tell, composite monitors and stuff were more of the grayish color. Also want to mention, it's almost identical, grayness anyway, to this Tandy VGM 220, which is also not a very well-liked monitor in the world of Tandy, which is a stark contrast to this black tube here in this Color 600 that was connected to this. I'm not sure what the whole argument is between gray and black tube. I know there's a difference somewhere, I just can't recall it right now. But yeah, we're going to power this thing on and check it out to see how it looks, make sure there's no smoke, and yeah, compare it. Yeah, and here's the CF card we're going to use as the hard drive. This is a error correct size anyway at 30 megabytes. I even wrote down what it is. It's the 5170's 30 megabyte 601663 for the cylinder head and sector size, and PC DOS 3.3. I actually don't remember what games are on here, so hopefully I downloaded some or copied some over. Yeah, I'm sorry for the flicker. There's really no way for me to direct capture this, but yeah, that text is just not as... It doesn't look as crisp as it did on the Amdek. And there's the cool IBM logo thing that I took forever to get figured out. Basically, it's just the IBM logo in an ANSI file, and then a text file that basically says IBM Personal Computer DOS 3.3, IBM 5170 PC AT, 1.5 meg RAM, EGA and card, 32 meg hard drive, which I need to change like this 10 to 30 meg, 1.44 megabyte floppy, 2 megabyte floppy, striking EQ and ready. I want all my computers to do that. The K-Pro clone, 5150, the 5160 when I get it working, if I do. Yeah, Tandy not so much. Yeah, that looks, it looks good here. But I can definitely tell, this is actually one of the problems with the CM-5 here, where a lot of people didn't like it. The dot pitch just wasn't as small as it could have been, and it kind of led to text not being very crisp. But graphics, I think, were fine, if I remember correctly. So, directory. Let's go to bench. I want to see what this looks like with some color. It's not as crisp. I'm going to say that a lot in this video. I'm going to take some pictures and stuff of this, and then I'm going to compare it to the Amdek here, and then kind of compare them later. Okay, benchmarking, real time. Okay, so color looks pretty good actually. Like nice and bright. It did change the resolution though or something, because now I'm not syncing up correctly. But yeah, matches a 286 clone or PCAT. Alright, let's try a game. I'm kind of curious. What games do I have on here? I have PX3, SimCity, Zaxxon. I actually don't remember if these games run on here or not, so let's try PX3. Okay, so technically it's a Tandy monitor, so I should be able to use the Tandy graphics, but oh, PX3 does support Tandy graphics, so let's see if it works. It should be 160 by 200, so let's try it. We're gonna go with. Ooh, nope, oh, nope. It did not like that. That could just be a problem of the, not the monitor, but the card. Okay, let's try this again. Let's try normal CGA. I'll just try. Look at that. The color's really nice. Text is still a little bit not as crisp, but I like the graphics. I thought it was going to work just fine. How do I start SimCity up in low-res EGA? It was this. Oh yeah, look at that. That looks cool. Low-res EGA. That is. I don't have a mouse yet, so. City. Terraforming. Yeah, that doesn't look too bad. So this is kind of more closely to what this monitor should be displaying if I have it hooked up to an actual Tandy with the Tandy graphics chip. It is 16 color CGA. So that looks actually pretty good. Like it's definitely showing differences in color. I like it. Okay, well, as you can see, the Tandy monitor, the CM-5 here, works just fine. I'm actually really happy that I now have a second working CGA monitor. So yeah, if for some reason that Tandy 1000 doesn't work, I at least have a second one for, well, either the Turbo K-Pro XT or the 5160 once I get it to start restoring it, or maybe that Tandy 1000 if I can get it to work. Either way, I have a second working monitor. I definitely am going to be restoring this. I do want to get it cleaned up and see if I can scrub some of the stuff away. Maybe it doesn't need retrobriting. I don't know yet. We'll have to see when I get it cleaned up. So yeah, with that being said, thank you all for watching this somewhat short video. Really hope you enjoyed it. If you have any knowledge on these CM5s and the difference between it and the CM11 and all the other ones that people seem to like more, and maybe you have first-hand experience as to why the CM5 here wasn't as well liked, put it down in the comments. I'd love to hear about it. And yeah, you're going to be seeing this thing hopefully used with the Tandy 1000 HX once I get to tackling that, because I want to see if I can get that working and then test the printer and the external drive that came with it, because yeah, all those boxes are kind of just taking up space, and I kind of want to get them unboxed and then hopefully get them set up and stuff if they all work. So this one I didn't need any of that stuff to work to test this. I just needed a working well, CJ card is an EJ card, but still, either way, I'm happy it works. So yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next video.